And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to takesbyfans.com/watch. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So, however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered in multiple ways. All right, today's a big old Thursday, folks. We've just kind of wrapped up talking about Week 13 yesterday on the show with our Wednesday film study. We watched Tua. We gave Gardner Minshew some respect and all that. So now we are ready to talk about Week 14, folks, in the NFL. So we're going to be predicting and reacting to the Week 14 lines today on the show, finding where that great value is. Is Vegas going to be disrespectful again this week? Can we cash in? What was our big disrespect value last week that we truly ate up? Dolphins minus 4.5, obviously great value. We always will eat that up. Was there another one? The Eagles minus 7. That was the one that we were telling you kind of trap bets. Eagles minus 7, Jets plus 7, and then, even without Jalen Hurts, the Eagles still cover the minus 7 points. So, we're still looking for those trap bets. We're still looking for that great value. 14 weeks into the season, Vegas is still giving great value. So we're on the hunt today. And then we've got our NBA Daily 10 to go over. So let's kick that off. Let's get 10 minutes on the clock here. I always go to the calculator app. As soon as I say clock and calculator, it mixes up. But here we go. We got 10 minutes on the clock here with our timer app. So here we go. 10 minutes on the clock. Next 10 minutes of uninterrupted basketball talk of what just happened yesterday in the NBA. So here we go. 10 minutes on the clock, and the clock starts right now. Alrighty. Tons of games in the NBA last night, and man, oh man. First one up here, 76ers at the Hornets. 76ers get a nice win here again against this Hornets team. Another close game. They face each other in back-to-back games here. So 76ers pull it out again, 110-106 for the 76ers. Joel Embiid gets it done, 32 points, 8 rebounds, absolutely fantastic. Seth Curry is finally back, 23 points, 4 of 8 from 3. I think he's gone a couple of games. I want to say at least like 3-4 games, Seth Curry not putting up 20 plus points. So great that he's back. Tyrese Maxey back in the starting lineup, 6 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. A little bit of a lackluster night, but hey, a +0 on the floor, still gets to win. We'll still give him the credit. And then Tobias Harris, 18 points, 6 rebounds, absolutely fantastic. And then for the Hornets, coming up a little bit short, still no LaMelo Ball, still out, I believe, with the COVID-19. So Kelly Oubre Jr. still in the starting lineup, and still another good game by him. Shout out to Kelly Oubre Jr. again for stepping it up. Still don't want him in the starting lineup, but it's great to know that when he needs to be called upon, next man up in the starting rotation, he can definitely get it done. So Kelly Oubre Jr., 22 points, 10 rebounds. He shot 3 of 12 from 3, not the greatest, 36% on 22 shots. But, we'll give him the 22 points and the 10 rebounds. That nice double-double. Gordon Hayward led the team in scoring, 31 points, 7 assists. And then Cody Martin at the 1 filling in for LaMelo Ball, 12 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Just come up a short again against the 76ers, losing 106-110. Alrighty, next game up here is the Bulls at the Cavs, and man, oh man, this Cavs team is the real deal, and we bet against them last night, and this is what we get. I don't even mind that we lost last night, folks, on our bet. The Cavs got the win, and we won't make the mistake of disrespecting this Cavs team again by not betting them. Jeez Louise. So we were getting 3 points with the Bulls too, and man, they still lose. But Bulls lose 92-115. Man, oh man. For the Cavs, Jared Allen, 13 points, 12 rebounds. Darius Garland, 24 points, 6 assists. Evan Mobley, the big-time rookie out here, 16 points, but get this, 5 big old blocks, plus 28 on the floor in 31 minutes. Man, oh man, Evan Mobley, shout that man out. Well, also, he shot 72%. Man, oh man, this man is absolutely fantastic. And then Lauri Markkanen, 14 points, getting it done as well. Nice bench contribution from Ricky Rubio, the nice veteran here, 11 points, 9 assists. Kevin Kevin Love, another great veteran piece that has truly been getting it done. 11 points, 5 rebounds in only 19 minutes. Yes, sir, we will take that. The Cavs are legit, folks. The Cavs are legit. And they went and beat a nice Bulls team here. Now, they didn't have DeMar DeRozan, so Derrick Jones Jr. still in the starting lineup. They move him to the 4 and then have Ayo Dosunmu at the 2. But Derrick Jones Jr., 11 points, 2 rebounds. He shot well, 57%, but still, he gets some points here. He's a decent defender, decent passer, all that. He just doesn't really, he's not a starter in this league. It's unfortunate, and we're trying to get him into that kind of starting territory, but he's just not getting it done. Vucevic at the 5, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Zach LaVine, 23 points, 9 assists. And then Lonzo Ball, 19 points, 7 assists. Unfortunately, just kind of missing that 4th score here. The main 3 got it done. They need that main 4. Unfortunate, the Bulls lose, and lose kind of big, 115-92. All right, then we get the Wizards at the Pistons, and we get Kyle Kuzma hitting the game-winning three-pointer in overtime. So Kyle Kuzma still on this kind of, up and down season, having really great standout games, but then just kind of getting lost in the shuffle in those other games, not truly being a solid number 2. Maybe, do I dare compare him a little bit to Chris Middleton? That's not a compliment, but, Chris Middleton before the playoff run last season, folks, I get it. Chris Middleton in the playoffs last season was absolutely fantastic, but classic Chris Middleton with his Bucks team for over the last couple of seasons in the regular season and even in the playoffs besides last season, he wasn't really consistent for Giannis, really just not that kind of main man, that kind of extra score that they needed consistently. And Kyle Kuzma, we're kind of seeing that a little bit with him this season, but the nice game winner, we'll shout him out here. 26 points, led the team in scoring, fantastic. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, fantastic. Bradley Beal, 25.6 rebounds. KCP, 13 points, and then Spencer Dinwiddie at the 1, 12 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. That's real well done. Then we get a cryptic tweet here by Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell tweets out 12 hours ago, was fun while it lasted. So is Montrezl Harrell going to get on the move here? And I don't get it. Why is Montrezl Harrell every single season, even like mid-season, they're getting rid of this man? What is going on with that? He's a perfect bench piece, but nobody wants to keep him on their roster. I really don't get it. We are big champions of Montrezl Harrell, but they're giving him no respect out here, and we don't like that. So Montrezl Harrell off the bench for the Wizards last night, 4 points, 2 rebounds in only 17 minutes. We see his production going down, and we've seen Montrezl Harrell have really great games this season for the Wizards. And do I dare say, I'm going to maybe dare say this, folks, I think Montrezl Harrell has had a better season than Kyle Kuzma has for the Wizards overall. I'm going to say it, folks. Come at me. I don't care. I'm saying it. So Wizards get the win here. And then for this Pistons team, Sadiq Bey tried to do his thing here. 28 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Cade Cunningham, 21 points, 3 assists. Both of them got it done. And then Frank Jackson off the bench with a huge 19-point production for them. Just unfortunately come up a little bit short in overtime with that buzzer beater. Alrighty, and then we get the Knicks at the Pacers, and this is why we don't bet the back-to-back, folks. You should have slapped us in the face for betting the back-to-back with the Knicks. What were we thinking? Even though it was against the Pacers, they'll get it done when they've got fresh legs. So can't bet the Knicks on the back-to-back. We know that moving forward. So Knicks at the Pacers. Pacers get the win here. A big 20-point win, 122-105, and we were getting 5 points with the Knicks. Jeez Louise. We are the clowns for thinking that was good value. But the Pacers get it done finally. Sabonis, 21 points, 11 rebounds. We had Miles Turner, 22 points. Karis LeVert, 15 points, 6 assists. Malcolm Brogdon, 16 points. And then Chris Duarte, 23 points, 6 assists. I mean, man, oh man, that starting lineup absolutely got it done. And then for the Knicks last night, Alec Burks at the 1, Evan Fournier at the 2. Once again, no Kemba Walker. Derrick Rose still not officially in the starting lineup. So Alec Burks, 15 points, no assists. You can't be doing that. What are you doing, my man? Evan Fournier, 7 points on 6 shots. Come on. We need Evan Fournier to be that scorer here, and he hasn't really been doing that consistently at all. He got out to a decent start the first couple of games here for the Knicks, but man, oh man, as of late, Evan Fournier, please pick it up. We get Julius Randle, 18 points, 8 rebounds, and RJ Barrett, 19 points. Off the bench, do we get anything great? We got Obi Toppin with 13 points and Emmanuel Quickley, 11 points and 4 rebounds. Unfortunately, the Knicks get blown out. All right, then we get the Bucks at the Heat. Heat get the win, 113-104 over the Bucks. And man, oh man, no Jimmy Butler, no Bam Adebayo for the Heat, and they get the win. A little bit of a lackluster game overall by the Bucks, but here we go. The Miami Heat rocking with the lineup of Kyle Lowry at the 1, Robinson at the 2, Caleb Martin at the 3, PJ Tucker at the 4, and Dwayne Dedmon at the 5. Kyle Lowry, 22 points, 13 assists. Man, oh man, fantastic. We have Caleb Martin leading the team in scoring. Yes, sir. Way to step it up, Caleb Martin. No Jimmy Butler. Got to fill in that 3 role, and he does it absolutely perfectly. 28 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. We will take that, and he shot 6 of 8 from 3. The man was on fire. PJ Tucker even stepped up his offensive production, and they definitely need that without Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. And PJ Tucker goes 15 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Absolutely fantastic. And then Duncan Robinson, 6 points on 2 of 5 from the 3. Meh. We'll give him a meh. And then Tyler Hero, a little bit of a lackluster performance overall, 9 points, but he was a minus 19 on the floor. There was only one other player for the Heat in the minus territory, and that was Omer Yervinston. And he played 4 minutes, so not a great night by Tyler Hero, but we'll give him a little bit of a break here. This is like his first really bad game of the season, and they still get the win, so we're not going to really weigh it that much against Tyler Hero. And then for the Bucks, their whole starting lineup is there. Besides Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis still playing the 5 here, but hey, that's no excuse. Bobby Portis is really good, and they still come up short here on the road. Not a great optically looking loss here for the Bucks. Giannis struggled, 30% shooting, 15 points, only 6 rebounds. Where's the double-double, my man? It's easy for you to grab the boards. Why don't you have at least 10 rebounds every single game? Chris Middleton, 20 points. He had 4 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 of 8 from 3, 38% from the field. Grayson Allen, 8 points, 4 rebounds. We got to see Grayson Allen start to kind of hit the clip of 3 a little bit more consistently. Got out to that hot start, and we were buying and buying and buying. I think we were like the only people buying Grayson Allen stock because I think we had it all. But over these last couple of games here, just not being that great of a shooter. And then we have Drew Holiday, 27 points, led the team in scoring, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. Unfortunately, come up short here, 113-104. Then we get the Thunder at the Raptors, and the Thunder get the 1-point win here, 110-109. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 26 points and 9 assists. That is our 10 minutes, but we still got a ton to go, folks, so we got to ramp it up a little bit here. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 26 points and 9 assists. Luguentz Dort, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He's starting to get a little bit more consistent here, so a little bit of buyability in this Thunder team. We're getting there slowly but surely with them. And then for this Raptors team, another unfortunate loss. They're just not that great team we thought they could be at the start of the season. Got out to a really good start, but once again, just floundering over the last couple of weeks here. Fred VanVleet, 19 points, 9 assists. Gary Trent Jr. led the team in scoring with 24 points. We have Chris Boucher at the 5, 11 points, 7 rebounds. Siakam, 23 points, 11 rebounds. And then rookie Scotty Barnes, 18 points, 8 rebounds. Just did not have that bench production, and they lose by 1. All right, then we get the Nets at the Rockets. Nets lose here to the Rockets, 114-104. Nets can't get it done. No Kevin Durant. They rest him. That's really why they're going to lose. We only had 2 players in double-digit scoring in the starting lineup, and one was James Harden with 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. Great night by the man. And then the other one was Patty Mills. Love seeing this. 12 points. He didn't shoot well at all. 3 of 9 from 3, 27% shooting on 11 shots, but he was still a +3 on the floor in the loss. So give Patty Mills and James Harden some credit, but we know besides those 2, there's really nothing great on this team. And then for the Rockets, well, they get it done because who did not play? Daniel Tice. Man, oh man, Daniel Tice doesn't play and they win, folks. There is big correlation there. We've got to start kind of, when we start betting the Rockets and getting some good points, we got to make sure that Daniel Tice is not playing, and then it's great value from that point. So no Daniel Tice, thank goodness. Christian Wood, 12 points, 15 rebounds. We had Eric Gordon with 21 points. We had Amar'e Brooks, 14 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, and Garrison Matthew with a big 19 points. And then Josh Christopher off the bench. Ever heard of him? Well, now you will, because he had 18 points on 7 of 7 from the field. That is 100%, folks, while shooting 4 threes. 2 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds in only 23 minutes. The man was a menace. Truly got it done. So the Rockets get the win, 114-104. Then we get the Mavericks at the Grizzlies. Mavericks back on top here. Luka Doncic, 26 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. Porzingis, 19 points, 4 rebounds. And Reggie Bullock with 15 points. Then for the Grizzlies, still no Ja Morant, so really can't buy this team like we know. Tyus Jones filling in for Ja Morant, and he had 5 points and 8 assists on 28% shooting. Not looking like Ja Morant. Jaren Jackson Jr. led the team in scoring with 26 points. Everything else was lackluster. Mavericks get the win 104-96. Then we get the Jazz at the Timberwolves, and the Jazz absolutely blow by the Timberwolves in a big blowout 32-point win for the Jazz, putting up 136 points, winning 136-104. And why? Because this team is deep and they're all good. Mike Conley, 10 points, 5 assists. Donovan Mitchell, 36 points, 5 rebounds. Rudy Gobert, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Royce O'Neal, 9 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Bojan Bogdanovic, 21 points. Finally, oh my God. I love the Bogdanovic bros, folks, and they're starting to get it going here after a little bit of a slow start this season. Shout out to Bojan Bogdanovic, 4 of 9 from 3, 21 points, second leading scorer of the squad. And then the depth here, Joe Ingles, 11 points, 7 assists. We get Jordan Clarkson, 18 points, 6 of 13 from the 3, getting it done. And then we have Rudy Gay, 7 points, 6 rebounds, a plus 18 on the floor. Bingo bango. Absolutely fantastic. And then for the Timberwolves, the big 3. Anthony Edwards, 18 points, 5 assists. Karl Anthony Towns, 22 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. Patrick Beverley was back. Unfortunately, no D'Angelo Russell. So Patrick Beverley had 16 points and 2 assists and 2 rebounds, but they were missing kind of their third of D'Angelo Russell. And then just having Patrick Beverley just kind of be that extra piece that we definitely need this Timberwolves team to have. Unfortunately, they did not have their big 3, and they get blown out by a very deep Jazz team. Jazz win 136-104. And we get the Nuggets at the Pelicans, and the Nuggets get it done in overtime, winning 120-114. Once again, this Pelicans team is nothing special. We're still not impressed with this Nuggets team. Jokic does his thing, 39 points, 11 assists, 11 rebounds. That's the only great thing about this team. Now that Michael Porter Jr. is out for the season and Jamal Murray is still out, Monte Morris, 11 points. We had Will Barton, 20 points, 6 assists. That was a good game. And then Aaron Gordon, once again, just lackluster in the scoring. That's not his game. We know this, and they're going to be missing scores here as we progress through the season. Aaron Gordon, 10 points on 7 shots. And then the Pelicans just coming up a little bit short. Valanciunas doing his thing, and I feel so bad for Valanciunas, folks. They get rid of him on the Grizzlies, a potential championship. Entering the season, they were kind of championship contenders on what they did last season if they built upon that in the offseason, and they just get rid of Jonas Valanciunas. He goes to the Pelicans. Zion is still nowhere to be found, and this team just isn't good. So Valanciunas, a great night, 27 points, 11 rebounds. And then Brandon Ingram, 16 points, 4 steals, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. Unfortunately, not enough to get it done. All right, then we get we still got 3 games, folks. Here we go. Blazers at the Warriors. Warriors get the win, 104-94. Steph Curry doesn't break the record. Only 22 points, only 6 threes. I think he needed, 16 threes, something like that. He's close to the number. Did not break it, though. Jordan Poole with a great 20 points, 3 steals, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Draymond Green, 5 points, 10 rebounds. And then Andrew Wiggins, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Very well done. And then for the Blazers, still no CJ McCollum, still no Damian Lillard, so still no winning. We know this. Norman Powell led the team in scoring with 26 points. And then we have Nurkic with 12 points and 13 rebounds, and Nasir Little with 18 points. Everything else was very lackluster. Warriors get the win. Then we get the Magic at the Kings, and the Magic lose. Thank goodness we didn't bet on them. We know never to bet on this Magic team. Kings get the big ol' win, 142-130 for the Magic. Cole Anthony, 33 big ol' points. Love seeing it. 8 assists, doing his thing. 6 of 9 from 3. Can always rely on Cole Anthony. Everything else was it was good, but there was no defense. That's why they gave up 140 plus points. And then for the Kings, Buddy Hield only playing 17 minutes. So once again, look for Buddy Hield to be traded at the trade deadline. Buddy Hield off the bench, 5 points, 1 of 10 from the 3. Jeez Louise. De'Aaron Fox, 33 points. We had Davion Mitchell off the bench, 18 points, 4 assists. He shot 70%. Well done. Harrison Barnes, 16 points. Terrence Davis, 16 points. Marvin Bagley off the bench, 12 points, and Tristan Thompson off the bench, revitalizing his career here in this game, potentially 14 points and 10 rebounds. Kings get the win. And then finally, the last game of the night here, Clippers, Celtics, and the Clippers get the win here, 114-111 over the Clippers. Once again, no Jaylen Brown, and they kept the game competitive, folks. Interesting for the Clippers, no Paul George, and they still get it done. Reggie Jackson, 17 points, 7 assists, fantastic. Terrence Terrence Mann, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Zubac, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Marcus Morris, 20 points. And then the bench, Luke Kennard, 15 points. Well done to step it up. And also who stepped it up? Know this name, Brandon Boston Jr., 27 points. Led the team in scoring in 25 minutes off the bench. Shot 69%, 5 of 8 from 3. A plus 10 on the floor. And to go along with that, 4 big old steals. And that's really why they won the game. And then for the Celtics, no Jaylen Brown. So Jason Tatum's the only star on this team. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 assists. Dennis Schroeder, 19 points, 8 assists. Fantastic. Dennis Schroeder plays so well without Jaylen Brown on the floor, folks. That's what it is. And then Marcus Smart, 16 points, 4 steals, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. And then even Josh Richardson off the bench with a big old 17 points. Unfortunately, come up 3 points short because of Brandon Boston Jr. getting it done, and the Celtics lose. Alrighty, those were all the games last night. Let's quickly see. We're going to go through this quickly, folks. Is there any way to make some money here in the NBA? We went 1 of 2 in our official picks yesterday, hitting that Clippers pick, and there's 3 games on tonight. So here we go, very quickly. Jazz at the 76ers, both of these teams on a back-to-back. And this 76ers team, folks, they've been struggling to win games, close games every couple of games here since really Joel Embiid came back, and the Jazz being -3, I think it could be some good value. For the Jazz, Hassan Whiteside is game time decision. And then for the 76ers, everybody's good to go. So I'm going to go the Jazz -3 right here. I don't know how well Rudy Gobert is going to be able to defend Joel Embiid down low, but we do know, in the back-to-back with the 76ers, Joel Embiid could get a little fatigued. Remember our little nickname that we had from him last season in the playoff run, Joel Fatigue, because he wasn't really playing that well as that kind of series progressed. So the Jazz just being so much deeper than the 76ers, we're going to take them -3. And I know we don't bet teams back-to-back, but both of these teams are on back-to-back, so I think it's a little bit of an even playing field. We'll swallow the 3 with the Jazz on the road. All right, then we get the Lakers at the Grizzlies. Lakers -4, Grizzlies +4. If John Morant's not playing, I'll take the Lakers -4. We'll take that. LeBron James, a game-time decision. Anthony Davis, a game-time decision. And then for the Jazz, John Morant is still out with that knee. So let's quickly make sure if LeBron's not playing, we're not going to take it, obviously. So let's go to our favorite Twitter account, NBA Fantasy Labs, and see if they have any updated information, and it seems like they don't. NBA Fantasy Labs, I don't want to disrespect you, but you're kind of letting us down a tad here. We just want to know updated information on LeBron James, and if there's no updated information, then lie to me, please. Give me something out here. So we're going to kind of risk it a little bit. We got, football and basketball, so let's risk it a little bit on the basketball side, right? We'll go Lakers -4. And then the last game of the night, the Nuggets against the Spurs. Nuggets on the back-to-back will most likely stay away from it, and we don't like betting this Nuggets team anyway. Nuggets +2, Spurs -2 for the Nuggets. Everybody's good to go that does play. And then for the Spurs, we get Keldon Johnson out and Devin Vassell. Or Keldon Johnson, game time decision. Same thing with Devin Vassell. Just don't like this Nuggets team, especially on the back-to-back. They don't have that depth. Can't really buy them. So we'll stick with our 2-teamer here. Jazz -3, Lakers -4. Swallowing points tonight and feeling good about it. Alrighty, that is all the NBA we had to go over for today. So now let's head over to the NFL and start looking for some value, folks. We're like truffle pigs hunting for those great truffles. Shout out to Nicolas Cage in the movie Pig. Yes, sir. We want to find the value. This is why we predict the lines to see where is our thinking compared to Vegas. Where is the value? Are we undervaluing teams? Or is Vegas disrespecting teams like we know they do? Is there any trap bets that are set up? We called the trap bet last week. We told y'all as soon as we saw it, we were like, something is amiss here, and it ended up actually being right because we know what spreads mean. We know how to read them, and once again, we predict the lines, and that trap bet was Jets +7. Eagles -7. We took the Eagles -7, and they ended up winning by 15 points, and they covered without Jalen Hurts, folks. So obviously Vegas knows the Jets were not good, and we try to pass that information on to y'all. Hopefully y'all took advantage because you should be listening to literally everything we say. y'all should be like waiting anxiously every single day for noon Eastern to know what do I need to know? What do I need to bet? What do I need to know? What do I need to bet? Y'all should be doing that. So if you're not doing that, you're going to have to change how you watch and listen to takes by fans, folks. I'm sorry. All right, but here we go. Gonna go through, talk through these matchups, predict the line, and then we'll see where we are on par with Vegas and see if we get any great value. So let's start it off with Thursday's game, tonight's game, Steelers at the Vikings. And man, oh man, the Vikings, they're done. After last week, they're done. We will never buy into them. How do you let Jared Goff beat you? That's embarrassing, folks. So this Vikings defense is absolutely trash. So hey, the Steelers, a little bit of a streaking. Hey, they beat the Ravens. Very good optically. Great motivation. They're a game above 500. We know Mike Tomlin, I believe, has never had a losing record here with the Steelers, even the season 3 years ago, where Big Ben was out for the entire year and he had to go with Mason Rudolph for like 8 games. They still had a positive record. This Steelers defense is a little banged up, not the greatest, but against this Vikings team, turnover prone. Everybody loves to make a big deal. Well, Kirk Cousins doesn't throw the interception, but he does fumble the ball, so he's still turning over the ball, folks. And I don't care if you're fumbling or throwing interceptions, a turnover is a turnover. This Vikings team, they're the anomaly. They had the great stats, but they never win the game. So if we're getting points here with the Steelers, folks, it could be some great value here. So we're going to predict this one. It's Vikings at home. They do move the ball, but they don't win the game. There's no bettability with this Vikings team, folks. Absolutely not. Let me make sure. I believe Dalvin Cook is also out this week. Let's double check that. And that's actually good. We want Alexander Mattison. He doesn't fumble, and he gets the same production, if not better, consistently than Dalvin Cook gives us. So we get the same production without the turnover. Yeah, give me that. Give me Alexander Mattison. And while you're at it, probably give me the backup quarterback for the Vikings as well. For the Vikings, Adam Thielen is out. Ooh, a nice deep shot weapon. They still got Justin Jefferson, but that's still another piece. Dalvin Cook is questionable. What else do we got there? That is basically it for high-profile players. For the Steelers, their defense, Joe Hayden is still out, unfortunately. And is that it? Juju Smith, yeah, he's on IR. We've been known that. So, yeah, the defense a little banged up with Joe Hayden out this week as well. But I'm still going to give a little respect to the Steelers team, folks. Once again, this Vikings team letting the Lions drive on them 80 yards, 75 yards with Jared Goff, no timeouts. I mean, what a bad taste. Now, do the Vikings rally around that loss, feeling absolutely embarrassed? Maybe, but they still turn the ball over, folks. No bettability, no believability in this Vikings team, and I'm gonna call this one Steelers minus 2.5. We'll see if we get great value. Any points we're getting with the Steelers will be great value, and we will take it tonight. We'll see what Vegas puts it at. Our official prediction: Steelers minus 2.5 on the road. All right, so that's Thursday's game. Now let's talk about this Sunday slate. First game up, Cowboys at Washington. A nice division rivalry matchup here. And kind of the NFC East, folks, is kind of still up for grabs. Shout out to Washington and the Eagles for staying consistent here and getting it done. I believe they both have 6 wins. What do we got here by the Eagles? Eagles got 5 wins. Eagles on the bye, 6 and 7. Fantastic. So Cowboys, they really need to win this game to truly kind of cement themselves at the top of the NFC East. So a big division game here. Cowboys at 8-4, Washington at 6-6, Washington at home. Now, this Cowboys defense, I think, will be able to stifle Washington's offense. It's not a great offense. Antonio Gibson's really, really good running-wise for Washington. And Taylor Heineke is a solid, okay quarterback. But overall, it's this Walk of Fame defense, baby. Come on, give them their credit, and I believe they're going to have a big game. Now, I believe the Washington defense can maybe lock up the Cowboys offense decently, but I still believe this Cowboys offense is one of the deepest offenses in the league. Great running backs. Maybe Ezekiel Elliott doesn't play. We kind of known about a little bit of a tweak there in his knee. I believe he's like officially good to go. Yeah, he's officially good to go, but a little kind of banged up. Just a little banged up, a little tweak. So, Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott in the rushing game, absolutely fantastic. Dak Prescott, we need that CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott connection to hopefully tighten up. Hopefully they use their extra time because they were a Thursday last week, so a little extra time to prepare for this Washington team. We just need it. We talked about it. We went in depth. We showed y'all when we broke down the Thursday game last week. that we just want Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb to be on the same page a little bit more when that connection is at 100%, because I would say it's probably at like I think it's kind of like at 75%, really, honestly, between their connections and hookups, where Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper, I mean, they're like 95 plus, 99 plus. Like, that's where we need that connection at. It needs to be Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. But overall, I think this Cowboys defense can get it done. Division game, so I still think the game could be a little close here, but we're going to go the Cowboys -3. Just don't know if this Washington offense is ready and prepared to face a really good defense and really kind of win the game and look really good. What was their last good offensive performance against a good defense? The Bucks a couple weeks ago. They had the Raiders last week. They only put up 17 points on the road. 2 weeks ago, this Washington team faced Seattle. They put up 17 points at home. 3 weeks ago, they had Carolina put up 27 points. 4 weeks ago, then they had Tampa Bay and they put up 29 points. So 4 weeks ago was kind of their best defensive performance that they had to go against, and we'll see if I think I like the Cowboys defense better than the Bucks anyway. So we're taking the Cowboys most likely here. We'll call it -3 and see what Vegas says. All right, then we get the Jaguars and the Titans, and the Jags are just absolutely not good. And, folks, I think we could get, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe this could be potential for some absolutely great value by Vegas, and we'll see what we get. Obviously, the Titans have been kind of falling ever since Derrick Henry, but this Jaguars team is nothing good, folks. Trevor Lawrence is absolutely not clutch. We've seen this. It's absolutely atrocious how not progressing this man is, and truly unfortunate. Now, you can put it to, whoever you want with the Jags. I've got no problem with whoever you truly want to put the Jags' lack of success on, whether it's Urban Meyer or Trevor Lawrence or just the entire team in general. Y'all do you, and I'll probably agree with whatever y'all say. But yeah, this Titans team, their defense is still a solid defense, folks. Remember, the first couple of games when Derrick Henry was still in, great. I truly miss Derrick Henry, folks. Oh my God, I miss Derrick Henry so much. But when they had Derrick Henry, that defense was stepping up, coming back down from Seattle. The defense kind of locking up, what was that other big team they faced in the kind of middle, early season? Whatever it was, this defense can get it done. So I think we see a rejuvenated Titans defense here at home against a really poor Jaguars team, and that's why I think we can get some really great value here. So we're going to call this one Titans -9.5 just because this Jaguars team does not score. So we're obviously not going to get any points here with the Titans, but if we get anything like under 7, so like 6.5, Titans -6.5, I believe that at that point now that's great value. We'll see what we get with Vegas. We'll call it 9.5 officially. All right, then we get the Seahawks and the Texans, and this Texans team, they're probably going with Davis Mills as the quarterback, and I think that's fine. Just Tyrod Taylor, he cannot elevate these wide receivers. There's really nothing good here weapons-wise, and Tyrod Taylor has had his opportunities to win the starting job for the rest of the year and just hasn't shown anything great. If the there's no reason to go with good here. If Tyrod Taylor was just looking good, there's no reason to go with him because you can't make the playoffs. You need to know what you're doing next season at the quarterback position. And I don't think it's Tyrod Taylor. No disrespect, but I think he's officially done here in the league. Truly unfortunate with how he exited with all the kind of injuries. Not his fault. So the Texans going with another quarterback. The Seahawks team, nice little energy boost winning last week against the 49ers. We know Jamal Adams is out for the season. Unfortunate. So the Seahawks defense may come down a little bit overall in production, but this Texans offense, they can't move the ball, and I like the Seahawks offense obviously better than I like the Texans offense. This Texans defense, really nothing great either. It's just not a good team. Seahawks trying to stay in the playoff hunt, trying to do everything they can, and I'll take the leadership of Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll over the Texans. I like David Culley, head coach for the Texans. I like him, but everything else, nothing good here. So we'll call this one Seahawks -3.5 on the road. All right, then we get the Raiders at the Chiefs, and hey, this was kind of the spoiler game last season where the Raiders went into Arrowhead and absolutely had a great game, put up like 35 points and won the game. So, division rivals, all of that. Raiders at the Chiefs here. Chiefs trending up, and the Raiders just kind of, being what they always have been, folks, and it's truly unfortunate. It wasn't just John Gruden alone. It was, maybe it is the distractions more than, it was John Gruden. We'll know know more about this Raiders team next season, unfortunately. Yes, they're still in the playoff hunt here, but, this Chiefs team just lost the number 1 seed this week. They're obviously looking to try and get that back. Raiders here, they're just not it, folks. It's just not it. The offense is just not consistent, and when it is consistent, Derek Carr makes the mistakes. It's truly unfortunate. So Chiefs here, it's Patrick Mahomes, it's Andy Reid. This Chiefs team, yes, they have a lot of turnovers, but it's not Patrick Mahomes, folks, and Patrick Mahomes is still one of the best quarterbacks. I think he's getting kind of a little bit disrespected. A lot of people are truly not big on Patrick Mahomes, and they should still be big on Patrick Mahomes. He still gets it done. He still makes all the throws, and the turnovers are really on the wide receivers for not catching the great balls that Patrick Mahomes somehow fits in there, folks. So I'm going to call this one Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs minus 5.5, folks. I just can't trust this Raiders offense. Maybe they keep it close and competitive just because it is a division rival. So we'll see what Vegas puts it at, and we'll see if there's any great value in what they put the line at. But we'd call it Chiefs minus 5.5. All right, then we get the Saints at the Jets, and once again, maybe another trap bet here. Maybe, I don't know, is the public opinion big on the Jets? I don't think it is, folks. I'm pretty kind of on the nose on what the public opinion is, but I don't think the public is big on the Jets, and they just got kind of, embarrassed last week. I mean, how do you not take advantage and beat a Jalen Hurts-less Eagles team? Now, we know Gardner Minshew is good, but still, I mean, backup quarterbacks winning against you, if I was a head coach, I would be so furious at my team, folks. Honestly, you're losing to a backup. Are you crazy? I quit. I'm not going to coach y'all. Y'all are trash. I'm out of here. But yeah, Saints here, going with Taysom Hill still again, and I still like to see Taysom Hill get one more chance because he was throwing some really good balls. It was just Kenny Stills. Man, oh man, that man can't catch, and they got rid of him. So this Saints team could probably be a little bit better this week because they don't have Kenny Stills. Now, they're not deep at wide receiver, but Kenny Stills was hurting this team way more than he was helping this team. That's why, it was the ball there to Kenny Stills that was thrown perfectly by Taysom Hill that got picked perfectly by the Cowboys defense. So this Saints offense, I think they can move the ball against this Jets team. Zach Wilson, they got out to a good start. Touchdown on their first 3 possessions. But once again, missed extra point, missed extra point, and missed extra point. 3 straight missed extra points. Absolutely disgusting to do that. So I still don't buy the Jets. We'll see if Vegas is trying to, hover a little carrot in front of all of us, trying to get us to get their sucker bet. And we'll see if they try to do it again here. But I'm going to call this one Saints minus 2.5 here on the road. A big swing there for the Saints. All right, then we get the Falcons and the Panthers, and honestly, do we even care? 2 trash teams I truly do not even like to watch because they're so bad, and this Falcons team is the Falcons team that it was the last 2 years, still trash. Matt Ryan can't get it done. No big weapons, especially without Calvin Ridley. Go ahead and rely on Cordell Patterson. Go ahead. Where on the Panthers, they don't have Christian McCaffrey. Right? Is Christian McCaffrey done for the year, folks? Is this correct? Let me double check my notes right here, but let's continue talking about them. I mean, they still got Cam Newton, so obviously they don't win this game, folks. No disrespect to Cam Newton, but the man is trash. He is truly done. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey's on IR, and the man is done for the year. So truly unfortunate there. You don't have the passing game. You don't have the running game. We don't like betting the Falcons here, folks, and we vowed never to bet the Falcons again. We may have to go against that depending on what this Vegas team puts a spread at. I mean, what is it? What is it, folks? What is it on this Panthers team that gives us any confidence in even thinking about betting them, folks? What is it? Their defense? Because it's been exposed the last 4 weeks. Everyone's saying, top defense by the Panthers, top defense by the Panthers, top defense by the Panthers. Yeah, the first 2 weeks. Anybody can be good 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks, because everybody else is trying to get their feeding underneath them. Panthers, just nothing great here. I hate saying this because we have to kind of side with the Falcons here, but we'll call this one Falcons -4, folks. No way I'm betting the Panthers here, and maybe Vegas overvalues the Panthers so we can get some good value and get our heart broken when the Falcons don't cover their spread, that they're getting like 10 points. Like, if the Falcons get 10 points, they still lose this game for some reason, whatever it is. But we'll see what Vegas puts a spread at. 2 trash teams we probably don't bet. All right, then we get the Ravens at the Browns here. Rematch of 2 weeks ago. Browns face the Ravens, lose, have a bye, then back facing the Ravens at home this time. So Browns at home, set it at the -3. This offense needs to be way better. They couldn't do anything against the Ravens defense. Now this Browns team hopefully has the blueprint. This is going to be a big week for Kevin Stefanski. This is a must-win for the Browns. Easy to say that. Must-win game here for the Browns. And I'm going to hold Kevin Stefanski big time in this game. We'll set a bar on tomorrow's show on what we truly need to see out of the Browns. But I'm holding Kevin Stefanski to a very high standard this week. You must win this game. You've had so much time to prepare. It's not like you had to think about it beating another team and then coming back and beating the Ravens. No. It was Ravens by Ravens. Ravens on your mind for 3 straight weeks. You must figure it out, and you're at home. Kevin Stefanski must win this game. If he doesn't, we're going to have a bad taste in our mouth for Kevin Stefanski for the rest of the season, rest of the offseason. I don't care what they do. Huge game. He needs to get it done. So we'll see if he can. What should the spread be? I mean, the Ravens haven't done anything offensively consistent here over the last 2 weeks. 4 interceptions against the Browns, still get the win. Interception last week, just throwing it up, lose. 2-point conversion, no good, lose. So this offense isn't great here, and I'm just going to put it right on the line here. Browns -3 at home. We'll see what Vegas puts it at, and we'll see what Kevin Stefanski can do. All right, then we get the Giants at the Chargers here. Giants, nothing great. Chargers trending up. They were frauds 2 weeks ago. They had the redemption game last week against the Bengals. They get it done. They get the win, and they are back in our good graces here. They're at home. This Giants offense is nothing. Chargers are looking to make a little bit of a statement, winning back-to-back games, improve themselves, and kind of, make themselves a little bit more confident in getting a wild card spot, or even still maybe they could still challenge the division, folks. They're at 7-5, so they're right up there with the Chiefs. No problem. So this Giants team, they can't move the ball, folks. Even with Freddie Kitchens, still can't move the ball. They're still going with Mike Glennon. They want to go with Mike Glennon over the rookie, so Jake Fromm. So we'll see. You're gaining nothing by going with Mike Glennon. We saw him last week. Trash. Go with Jake Fromm. Maybe you can utilize him in some aspect of this offense here. So don't like that they're still trying to stick with Mike Glennon here. He's a little banged up, so there's still a chance that Jake Fromm can go. They just don't want to start Jake Fromm. If Mike Glennon is healthy, they're putting Mike Glennon out there. Unfortunate for Mike Glennon because it's going to be a rough night. But I'm going to go Chargers. Chargers big here. Chargers -12.5, folks. I mean, Giants in LA. Good luck. All right. Then we get the Lions at the Broncos. Lions coming off their win, baby. Their first and only win of the season last week on a game-winning walk-off touchdown thrown by Jared Goff. But we weren't impressed by that, folks. We just watched it yesterday on our film study show, that final drive, and Jared Goff was still looking really not good, dinking and dunking because the Vikings defense was playing it absolutely trashly and deserved to lose, and I'm kind of glad they lost it last week against the Lions. Now this Broncos team, this Broncos defense is good. Lions playing in Mile High, folks. We don't use the Mile High as a huge point on why we like the Broncos when they're at home. There's really only really only one instance where we love taking the Broncos at home. That's either game 1 or 2 of the year. First game, nobody's kind of in great football conditioning. Yeah, they were in practice and OTAs and all that, but they don't have that full, true NFL game that matters experience. And when they go to Denver, the Mile High City, folks, we all know it. That's when that home field advantage is absolutely great. But I think it's also going to be big time here against this Lions team for 2 reasons. Lions play in their dome, and the Lions are just bad. So I mean, all the elements are truly going to affect them. So we'll see. Maybe we could get some good value here because Vegas overvalues the line for their first win last week. I doubt that's the case, but there's still some hope. I'm still hoping. So I'm going to be a little disrespectful here. I'm going Broncos -7, folks. I mean, this Lions team can't do anything offensively, defensively, still trashing. This Broncos team gets it done against the kind of average/below average teams. And this Lions team, folks, yes, they won, but they're still the worst team, one of the worst teams in the league, folks. So Broncos -7 might be able to get some good value there with Broncos -3, 4. Now we're talking 5, 6. That's not the best value. So Broncos -4, Broncos -3. I doubt that's the case, but that'd be great value. All right, last 4 games. Here we go. 49ers at the Bengals. 49ers at the Bengals, folks. Now, Bengals losing last week, kind of doing a little bit of up and down. 49ers just lost last week. A lot of people are getting restless on Jimmy G, which I don't think that's the right decision. I don't know. Jimmy G doesn't really bother me that much. He could be a little bit more clutch. That could always, be a fix for a lot of these quarterbacks. Just get more and more clutch, and that comes with experience and all that. Jimmy Garoppolo last week just couldn't be clutch. Truly unfortunate. Bengals here. They got out to that slow start, with all the turnovers, but then they really turned the tide in that last turnover by Joe Mixon, truly turned the tide back to the Chargers here. So we still like this Bengals team. Their defense is still the real deal. Their offense can still get it done. This 49ers offense, a little lackluster. Defense is solid defense right here. But I'm going to call this one Bengals -3.5. You give them -3 because they're at home, and I'm going to give them a little bit of a half a point better overall on a neutral field over the 49ers. Should be a good game either way. Bengals must win this one to get the bad taste of their loss last week out of their mouth. We'll see if they can get it done. Bengals -3.5. Then we get the Bills at the Bucks in a big, massive, ginormous game here for the Bills. They must win this game. They can't be competitive and lose. They were competitive against the Patriots and lost. That's not going to move the needle for anybody on this Bills team. They must go out and win, and I don't think they do it. They're on the road. This is not a great Bills team. Their offense is super lackluster. No rushing game. And talking about the rushing game, the Bucks have established a rushing game. We're starting to see last season, postseason Leonard Fournette in action these last couple of weeks. Leonard Fournette rushing fantastic here and even catching the ball, which he has a little struggles catching the ball in the passing game, but he's been getting it done these last couple of weeks here. So Bucks at home, Bucks facing the Bills. It's still, a rivalry, Tom Brady versus the Bills, Bills versus Tom Brady. It's still a big old rivalry here. Bucks defense is solid. It's Tom Brady. Can the Bills stop Tom Brady? Probably not. I don't think their defense can. There's so much pressure and tension in this Bills locker room with Sean McDermott and Brian Daboll being questioned. I mean, it wasn't just like last season and like the last 2 seasons. Everyone was begging for Brian Daboll to be a head coach. What is going on with that now? Absolutely no way. He has not done anything great, and what you need out of a head coach is that consistency. I don't want a 1-year good head coach. Then we get Dan Quinn, and that's nothing great. Yeah, you had your chance at the Super Bowl, but you blew it and then never even resembled that ever again. So you got to be consistent as the coach. We know Bruce Arians is. He was getting it done with Jameis Winston, but Jameis Winston was just turning it over way too much. So no believability here in the Bills, and I'm going to disrespect them here a little bit. I'm going to call this one Bucks -7.5. I'm going over that 7-point hook. They win by 2 possessions. I don't know if this game is even competitive, folks. We'll see what Vegas puts the line at. All right, then we get the Sunday night football game, Bears at Packers, and the first time that the Packers beat the Bears this season, we had that great Aaron Rodgers, I own you quote while everyone was kind of middle fingering them because he was in Chicago. Great job by Aaron Rodgers by saying, I own y'all. He was talking to the fans. It's not disrespect. It's competition. It's playful, respectful disrespect, folks. That's what it is. So Aaron Rodgers is going to be on his bullshit. Bears are probably still rocking with Andy Dalton, and that's all you need to know about this game, right? So we're going to call this one Packers -10. Easy peasy there. They beat the Packers. No problem in Lambeau. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of I own y'all. I'm sure the Lambeau faithful are really going to be using that term a little bit too much, but I'm all here for it. I own y'all, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Packers -10. Alrighty, and then the Monday night game, last game of the week, and man, oh man, this is going to tell a lot, folks, truly a lot. Now, we called the Rams frauds 2 weeks ago. They had the redemption game. They got it done last week. Now, they are not frauds, but this game is truly going to tell us if they're the real deal. They haven't really beat any of the great teams this season. They beat the Bucks. We'll give them credit for that, but that was really early in the season. Not a lot of credit, little credit, waning credit as the season progresses, and they have to face the Cardinals, who they lost when they were in LA for the first meeting. So Rams revenge game against this Cardinals team, division rivalry, trying to make their way. The Rams could still get that top seed in their division, but they need to beat the Cardinals here. If they don't beat the Cardinals, it's a donezo. So, Cardinals the best team in the NFL. Rams, I don't know if I can buy them. OBJ getting locked up against division opponent. Rams trying to force him the ball, gets him into a little bit of a bad headspace, and then it just unravels from there. So this Cardinals defense is the real deal. We know their offense is the real deal. Just got it done last week when Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins missed, 2-3 games together, and then they hooked up on the connection for the touchdown. Fantastic. So Cardinals here at home, still loving it, still not ready to buy this Rams team 100%. So I'm going to call this one Cardinals -5, folks. What has this Rams team showed us against good teams that have us believing in them? Don't think there is. Cardinals -5 is our official spread. Alrighty, so now that we've got all the games predicted here, now it's time to find where that value is. Is our thinking on par with Vegas? Are we way off with Vegas? Or are we right on the same wavelength with Vegas? Let's find out. So here we go. Last time to refresh these lines. Lines are truly refreshed up to the minute, up to the date here. So here we go. Back to the Thursday night game. Tonight's game, and we'll also pick our winner here. So here we go. And we've hit our last 2 Thursday night picks, folks. So stay tuned. Laser focus. Listen and hang on to every single word we are about to say. Here we go. Steelers at Vikings. We predicted the line at Steelers -2.5. And wow, disrespect. Great value. Love it, love it, love it. Steelers +3, Vikings -3. Yes, give me the Steelers all day long. They hang tight. They hang in the game. It's Mike Tomlin. They will always hang in the game. This Vikings team, they always turn the ball over. Not once, but usually twice. A fumble, interception usually go hand in hand with this Vikings team. Vikings at home, best thing about why you would want to take the Vikings here, but no Adam Thielen. They don't win the games. Prime time Kirk Cousins. We all know that narrative. He's absolutely abysmal in prime time games. So Steelers +3 is looking like a home run, easy. Great night here. Great value. Great value. What did we say when we predicted this line? Any points we would be getting with the Steelers, we would instantly get it, and it would be great value. And we get +3 here, and the Steelers +3 is actually at +105, so y'all don't even like that. Spread lines are both -110, folks. That's why it's the spread line. That's why it's, they're even odds. You make the teams even odds with the spread line, so they're both -110 when you're betting them. Steelers on the spread line of +3 is +105, folks. Fantastic value. Bet 100. You win 105 and get your 100 back. Steelers +3. Tremendous value. They have new life. They have new life beating the Ravens last week and now are kind of established themselves as kind of a front runner of getting one of the final 3 playoff spots as the wild card in the AFC. Steelers +3. Steelers +3. Give me that. Yes, sir. That's our pick tonight. Steelers +3. Absolutely love it. Alrighty, here we go. Now to the Sunday slate. First game up here. Cowboys at Washington. We predicted the line at Cowboys -3, and it's Cowboys -4.5. So right around our thinking, exactly on par, kind of with Vegas right there. Vegas, valuing the Cowboys even better, giving them -4.5 instead of -3. So there's not a lot of believability in Vegas' side with Washington at home, and I think that is right. This Washington offense is nothing great. We've got one great defense in the Cowboys and a really good, solid, above average defense in Washington. So probably a little bit of a closer game here, but this Cowboys defense, they get the takeaways, and Taylor Heineke will make a mistake or two, setting up the Cowboys into easy field goal or easy field position, and that's probably the game right there. Maybe one full possession, 7 points probably separates these two teams. So give me the Cowboys here -4.5. Solid value there. I'm not going to call this one an official trap/sucker bet with the Washington +4.5. If they were like +7, then yeah, now that's the trap bet. They're trying to entice you with Washington to take the 7 there, but they're not doing that like they did with the Eagles last week. Eagles-Jets game last week. So Cowboys defense probably gets the better of Washington, and I really think that's the main story on Monday when we're breaking down the game here. So Cowboys -4.5, right along thinking with our spread. All right, next game up here is the Jags at the Titans. We predicted this one at Titans minus 9.5, and it's Titans minus 8.5. So right along our thinking, solid value. They probably win by 10, easy peasy, no doubt. In this Titans team, defense gets it done, folks. Expect Trevor Lawrence to flounder. Expect Trevor Lawrence not to put up more than 15 points like they've been doing for like the last month out here. So Titans minus 8.5, solid value. We'll probably take that tomorrow, folks. A little bit of a spoiler. It's under 10. I love it. All right, then we get the Seahawks at the Texans. Seahawks, our official prediction was Seahawks minus 3.5, and wow, even way bigger than we were thinking. Holy moly, Seahawks minus 8.5 on the road. I'm not taking the Texans plus 8.5. I don't think that's great value, but I also don't think I'm laying 8.5 with the Seahawks either, where we've seen their offense struggle, and the only reason why they were scoring so many points last week was because they got a couple of takeaways. That's really it. So I stay away heavy from this game. No great value either way you slice it. No thank you. No thank you at all. Jeez Louise. All right, then we get the Raiders at the Chiefs. We predicted this line at Chiefs minus 5.5, and it is, wow, even bigger than we were thinking. Wow, Vegas is going hefty on these spreads. Jeez Louise. They say Chiefs minus 9.5. Holy cow. Chiefs minus 9.5, Raiders plus 9.5. Man, oh man. Probably another game I stay away from. Raiders love playing spoiler against the Chiefs. We just brought it up earlier. Last season they played the spoilers. Chiefs pretty much could have went undefeated last season, but they lost to the Raiders and kind of, ruined it. So Chiefs minus 9.5. I don't know if I'm ready to take that value. This offense still needs to get a little bit better, putting up points on the board. What's their scores that they put up over the last couple of weeks? I know they just put up, 19 last week. That wasn't anything great. What we know this Chiefs team is capable of. They put up 22 last week against the Broncos. That's a solid outing. So 22 points. Then they had the bye. Then 19 against the Cowboys. 41 against the Raiders earlier this season. I guess that. But then 13 against the Packers, 20 against the Giants, 3 against the Titans. And, that's, a month ago. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I did kind of forget that the Chiefs and the Raiders already played the season, and it was a blowout and it was a blowout there. Jeez Louise. So yeah, maybe, but I don't know. We'll sleep on it. We got to sleep on it. That's why we do the picks tomorrow, folks. So that's the spread. Bigger than we were thinking. Alrighty. All right, then we get the Saints at the Jets. All righty, maybe they're trying to pull another trap bet. Jets in the national media, people love talking about the Jets, usually because they're bad. But Vegas trying to slip a trap bet to y'all last week, and hopefully y'all didn't fall for the trap. But here we go, Saints at the Jets. We predicted this line as Saints minus 2.5, and it's Saints minus 5.5. All righty. So Vegas not really respecting the Jets at all here. That's fine. I still like Taysom Hill, folks. I really still like Taysom Hill. I like that the Jets last week scored 3 times on their first 3 possessions. I thought that was great, but once again, they didn't score for the rest of the game after that. So, no great offense consistent here with the Jets. Saints offense, I think it can be consistent. No Kenny Stills is a positive. Starting Taysom Hill is a positive. And we have Alvin Kamara back. Is Alvin Kamara good to go? Finally, they desperately need Alvin Kamara back. I mean, if you give me Alvin Kamara, I'll probably swallow the 5.5 tomorrow when we make our official picks. Alvin Kamara is, what do we got here? Good to go. Not on the injury report. So Alvin Kamara finally back. Thank goodness. Helps out Taysom Hill. Expands upon their offense. Probably beats the Jets. Alrighty, next game up here. Falcons at the Panthers. We predicted this line at Falcons minus 4. And it's Falcons... What? Are y'all kidding? Vegas, are y'all really real right now? Are y'all real right now with this? With Cameron Newton are they even playing Cam Newton? I wouldn't. I'd start PJ Walker for the rest of it. I would cut Cam Newton right now. I know we just paid him $10 million, but I cut him. I'm done. I've seen enough. I've truly seen enough. So Cam Newton is going to be starting? Is that right? Is that really right, folks? Is Cam Newton starting this week and the line is like this? No way. Let me tell y'all the line here. Falcons plus 2. Falcons getting points? Are y'all out of your gourd? Cam Newton can't move the ball. I know they're at home, but they still lost their first home game with Cam Newton. Is he starting this week? If Cam Newton isn't starting this week, then it's not good value. Cam Newton, this is November 19th. What month are we in? December? Can y'all give me this week's news? Matt Rule explains decision, and they fired their offensive coordinator. Yeah, that's right. What is going on here? Cam Newton, no Christian McCaffrey. They just fired their offensive coordinator, and you're making them -2.5? Yes, they're coming off of a bye, but do we care? Of course not. Oh my God. Well, I'll spoil it right now. Hammer this while you can. Falcons +2.5, folks. That's our lock. That's our best bet of the week. There it is, folks. Well, I don't know about best bet of the week. We still got other things to talk about, so don't carry that to the bank, but that's a great bet. I'll lock it in, folks. Holy cow. What are we doing with the Panthers, folks? What are we doing with the Panthers? Stop it. Will y'all stop it with the Panthers, please? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's keep going because that's absolutely ridiculous. That's disrespectful value right there, folks. That's the disrespectful value of the week, folks. Falcons +2.5. Jeez Louise. Alrighty, let's keep going here. Next matchup up, Ravens at the Browns. Ravens, we predicted this one, Browns -3, and that's exactly what it is. So shout out to Vegas putting it right on the spread line. Shout out to us for getting it right on the money. Love it. Browns -3, Ravens +3, exactly what our prediction is. Kevin Stefanski, big week. Please, please, please win it, and please look good. We'll see what happens. All right, then we get the Giants at the Chargers. We predicted this line at Chargers -12.5, and it's only Chargers -10. So exactly right on par with our thinking. Giants can't do anything offensively. Chargers at home should be really good. We'll see if they can cover the 10. They probably can. They probably should. Well, they should. They definitely should, but we'll see if they do. Then we get the Lions at the Broncos. We predicted this line at Broncos -7, and it's bigger than we thought, so shout out to Vegas. This is good value, or not good value, but it's respect to the Broncos. Broncos -10, exactly what it should be. Fantastic there. No great value here. You know, we thought we could maybe get some good value with, you know, the win, optically getting all the public money. Not going to be the case, and we're not taking 10 with Jared Goff. That's even wild to say. Jared Goff is still not good, folks. All right, then we get the 49ers at the Bengals. We predicted this line at Bengals -3.5. And wow, Bengals +1.5 here. Wow, really interesting here. No love for this Bengals team. I still thought they moved the ball well last week against the Chargers. They just had the turnovers. That's really what it came down to. And this 49ers team is not clutch. We've seen that time and time again here. So Bengals +1.5, folks. That's looking appetizing. I'm not gonna lie. Holy cow. Might take that tomorrow. Bengals +1.5. Jeez Louise. Alrighty, this is going to be a good one. I can't wait to see what Vegas puts this one at. Oof. Here we go. Bills at the Bucks. We predicted this one at Bucks -7.5. And wow, even better value. So we'll definitely take this, and y'all aren't even rocking with it. Bucks only 3.5. Bills +3.5. And the Bucks -3.5 is at +100. Once again, y'all are not respecting that. I'd probably just swallow the 3.5 here with the Bucks. What have the Bills shown us against good teams all season long this season? That they can't beat them. That, yeah, they kind of hang around a little bit, but overall, it's nothing great or anything that I want to lay money on. I lay money on things that are consistent, and I think I have a better odds of winning than not winning. And with this Bills team going against a very good defending champion Bucks team on the road, I'm not taking the 3 there with Buffalo. I think I'm going the other side tomorrow. Alrighty, here we go. And then we last 2 games up here. Bears at the Packers. We predicted this one at Packers -10, and this one's Packers -12.5. So we kind of flip-flopped the overall Broncos and the Packers, where we predicted the Broncos are the Chargers over the Giants. I apologize. Chargers -12.5. They were only 10. Then we have the Packers -10, and they're -12.5 officially. A little bit of a flip-flop there. But yeah, Packers -12.5. That's what it should be, yes. Do we take it? Now we have to win kind of by 2 touchdowns, backdoor covers, all that, division rivals taken into account. Probably stay away from it. But yeah, the Packers probably win this game in big dominant fashion. Alrighty, then the last game of the week here, Monday Night Football, Rams at Cardinals. We predicted this line at Cardinals -5, and wow, Cardinals -2, Rams +2. So Vegas is still giving respect to the Rams for why? And I hear everybody still doubting the Cardinals because they're a young team. Okay, the Seahawks got to a Super Bowl like 2 years in with Russell Wilson. Jared Goff got to a Super Bowl like 2-3 years in. Who else do we have? Russell Wilson, Jared Goff. There's one more. Patrick Mahomes, 2 years in. Super Bowl win. Super Bowl appearance next year. So, okay, Kyler Murray's in his 3rd year. He's Super Bowl bound like Russell Wilson, like Patrick Mahomes, like Jared Goff. So spare me that the Cardinals are too young to win a Super Bowl. The Rams are too inexperienced to win a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford. He doesn't know what it's like to play in the playoffs. What are you, nuts? Now it's a kind of playoff atmosphere game in Arizona, and I only have to swallow 2. Another little sneak peek of what we're taking tomorrow, folks. Love it. Jeez. So that's all of them, folks. We're taking the Steelers +3 tonight in the official pick tonight. Disrespectful value, we found it at the Falcons +2.5. Any other good value? Yeah, Cardinals -2 is better value than what we were expecting. Bucks -3.5 is better value than what we were expecting. Love it. Bengals surprise value, getting some points. So yeah, folks, this week I don't think Vegas has it all on the money. Still showing the big disrespect, and still not showing respect where it deserves, and disrespecting these teams as heck. Why are we still focused on the Panthers, folks? Please, somebody tell me that. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We're back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, making our official picks for week 14, breaking down the game tonight and cashing in that Steelers +3. We've got to do one more film study on the Ravens. Might help us out on our official pick this week as well. Gotta see if Lamar Jackson is good. And I want to start kind of playing around with some Pro Bowl matchups, Pro Bowl voting, and getting into the playoff predictor, not using the playoff machine, but going through everybody on the wild card, their final schedule, walking through it and seeing who we predict the final outcome of the playoffs are going to be. So we'll do all of that between Friday and Saturday show. Y'all know we go late, and we can't be planning more than 3 topics a day, folks, or we're going to be out here for 4 hours. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Make some money tonight with some NFL picks. We got you some basketball picks as well. Make some money. Great opportunity to do so. We're out of here. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the game. Steelers fans, Vikings fans, I'm rooting for both of y'all, even though the Vikings are really not that great. I'm sorry for slandering the Vikings today, that as much as I did. I think we slandered the Vikings as much as we slandered, or probably more than we slandered anybody besides the Panthers. I'll slander the Panthers more than the Vikings, so Vikings fans, you're welcome. Alrighty, folks, we are out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We're back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, doing it all over again, folks. All right.